What's up, guys? It's Manny here. So here now is my Godzilla vs. Kong collection thus far. I actually have that massive 18-inch tall Kong by Leonard that was released around the time of Skull Island, I think in 2017. It stands quite tall. Maybe I'll get it out in a minute here. I think my favorite models in this selection are the NECA ones, of which I have two of. I also have a few by Bandai, and this weird one by Play Arts or something? Playmates? I don't know. Let me show you. So this is the first new one that I purchased right here. This is based on the 2014 Godzilla film, which was pretty dark. I thought it was kind of depressing, but it had a few quite nice monster scenes. In fact, I think that's why for King of the Monsters, they decided to have more monster scenes in it. You know, they said they had like twice the monster fights and all that in King of the Monsters. And this Godzilla is very bland looking, but I kind of like the model, the design. I just thought the proportions of them were pretty cool. But nonetheless, this NECA figure, I mean, this thing's awesome. And they're very articulate. Look at that. You can do stop motion with these guys. Which I might do another stop motion with the Godzilla toy in the future. And the tail is, look at this. They just don't seem to cut any corners. Look at that. The tail has several points of articulation on it. You see that? And then it even like bends a little bit at the end. Like, this thing's impressive. Look at this, his little ankles. Even his ankle pivots, and at the knee it pivots. The leg is on a swivel. Look at that. It doesn't have an elbow. Oh yeah, it does have an elbow swivel. A freaking toad. It's not on like a ball joint. But with that being said, it is very seamless then. See? I didn't even realize it was on a swivel. It was that seamless. And then the wrist turn, the mouth opens. You see that? You can see his cute little tongue in there. Look at this guy. You know, I should really pick up the King of the Monsters. I like the King of the Monsters Godzilla a little bit more. Just a bit more coloration to him. And I think the toy has some of the blue dorsal plates on it. But yeah, I would say, I mean, really, this one's probably my favorite. NECA. Was this thing only like $20 when it came out? Yeah, NECA, I think, man, I mean, I haven't seen everything. But from what I have seen, these NECA ones are epic. And of course, there were some fans of like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World who were hoping NECA would take the line from what was in 2015 Hasbro, because NECA just does such a good job. But Mattel ended up taking it, of course. Now they have the Hammond line, so it's pretty good. I don't know, but what do you guys think? Do you think NECA would have done a better job with the Jurassic World line? Let me know. It's just so odd because NECA is something I haven't really heard of until the last some years. Like, I heard about NECA probably about 5 years ago or something, when I first started picking up on this whole toy business and all that. Like what was good and who's making the Godzilla figures. It's kind of when I heard about them. I actually have another figure, like an Arnold Schwarzenegger figure by NECA as well. And he's actually really well done. But yeah, look at that guy. I mean, here's another NECA right here. This is the, what's it called? GMK Godzilla. What's that one called? I can't remember. It's like the GMK or something Godzilla. You guys know what I'm talking about? Oh, Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Yeah, that's what it stands for. So, like an acronym or whatnot. And he was like a bad guy in that film. I can look at him. This guy looks menacing. But this one's by NECA. And as you can see, this one has like more of the cartoony, like animated. Even the proportions, you know, are with that. Just big hands, big buff arms, a larger head, longer neck. These things are a little bit more exaggerated, the dorsal plates. Then like say the 2014 version, which They're kind of going more for realism and all that. Right? It seems to be quite evident. Like they're trying to make it like a believable monster of some sort. But like kind of like a dinosaur reminiscent and all that. But yeah, this one they just straight up went just like a nightmarish. And as mentioned, he's kind of a bad guy in that. But look at this one. Look at even the fingers. Even his little fingers, man. Even his fingers pivot back and forth. See, this one didn't have that. So the fingers, the wrist pivots, the arm is similar. It's on a swivel or whatever, and so is the at the shoulders on a swivel. His head is, his mouth opens and closes. Look at this guy. The upper torso right there is on a little swivel. Can't really move it up and down. It's just on like a swivel thing. And so are where the thighs meet the body. Where the leg down here meets the knee. Oh, wow. And the ankles and all that. The tail has a similar thing going on. And these guys are just thick. You know, that's what I like about these NECA ones. They're just thick. Like, these guys are heavy. All right? Like, they don't feel cheap. Like, these feel like they went all out on making these toys. That's why I like them. But there are like the ones who just love the old school ones. You know, I came across these in the used market. These two I bought new, the NECA ones. It's always hard to find those in the used market. I think it's because they're just not as mass produced for one. Like I said, NECA is just... Have you guys known about NECA? Like Mattel and Hasbro used to have all the commercials and all. They're such big manufacturers. I feel like NECA is just kind of a smaller manufacturer. But they do such a good job. This guy's by... It says Toho 2004, 2005 on here. This one's by Bandai. Alright, then it says 2005 down at the bottom. Bandai. I think this is like the Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla Wars or something like that is what this model is based on. But unlike the NECA figures, I mean very, very, very little articulation. See? The neck swivels and that's it. And where the... basically the arms meet the shoulders, it swivels, and that's it. Outside of the legs, doing the same thing. You know, no articulation on the tail or whatever. I mean, these guys are kind of made to just pose. This thing is like, you know, an original Godzilla. I had another one, in fact. I got lucky enough to find two of them in the used market. I think I actually lit a firecracker in one of their mouths for a video some years ago. What's this guy made by? Okay, it says on the feet. 1985 Toho Imperial. Yep, so this is 1985. The original Godzilla came out in 1954? Are you serious? So this is like 31 years later? What the total? Oh, look at this. You can even stand him up upright with his tail. Look at that. This guy's actually quite stiff. When I was a kid, I probably would have done this because I just loved like the upright standing dinosaurs that Jurassic Park made a lot more mainstream. Look at this. It like stands upright and all that. Very little articulation, but I mean, this thing's a classic, you know? Like, if you find these guys, I mean, it's the thing, you know? This thing was made a long time ago, you know? Like, the supply is quite limited, and I mean, these are collectible, man. Like, if you go online and look this guy up, he's probably fetching a fair penny, really. A lot more than what you probably bought him for at a garage sale or whatever. This guy is probably my third favorite of the collection so far. Burning Godzilla, man. And in GMK, he actually... Didn't he turn to Burning Godzilla in GMK? I don't know. There's been a few... Like in the comics and all that. Oh, and even King of the Monsters, didn't he kind of turn into like Burning Godzilla a little bit? Yeah, Burning Godzilla, man, where he like almost dies or whatever. But then he becomes like super empowered and they say like he was going to blow up the entire freaking world. All the scientists and stuff were all scared. He was going to blow up. He was going to destroy the world, they were saying. Like he was just going to blow up or something. But I can't remember what stopped that from happening, but something stopped it from happening. Like he used the oxygen destroyer device on him before he was Burning Godzilla, then he died, kind of. And he came back as Burning Godzilla, like from his heart or something. It's something weird like that. I mean, I just don't quite remember. It's been a while, all right? But he has the fire all over him. Look at this. This guy's got to be a little bit more recent. Okay, so it says Bandai 2001 on this guy. Yeah, this guy's awesome. But with the Bandai ones, there's, you know, just very little articulation, but I think that's fine. What the heck? There's like a piece of plastic sticking out of him. It's like where his tag was or something. There's plastic. There's a little plastic thing sticking out of him. Well, maybe I'll cut it off. I don't know. But this guy, I mean, yeah, it's just the burning. You guys should look them up. The burning Godzilla things. Those are pretty collectible. This is just a cheap Kong. Nothing special about this guy. I can't remember where this guy came from. I found him at a thrift store, I think. Found him at a thrift store. 2005 Playmates. That's right. That's right. This is made after the. This is made after the Peter Jackson 2005 Kong film. Kind of a cheap toy. You know, it has like this little action feature. I don't know. It's supposed to move the arms around and stuff. So I don't really know what he was supposed to do initially. If he came with any accessory or whatever. I used him in a video or two. It's pretty cool. And then this one right here. No, this is, what is this one? I forget this one. Well, this one's based off of course, that 98 Godzilla, where they totally made him like more of a lizard, like a Jurassic Park, where like Toho kind of calls him Zilla in their lore because they don't even really consider him a Godzilla because, I mean, he was weak. He had to run from the helicopters and all that. You know, the helicopters blasted their missiles at him and it hurt him. Like, he was easily killable, it seemed. What does it say on here? And the only threat was he laid a ton of eggs. They thought they were going to, like, hatch and take over the world. Okay, Trend Masters, that's what it is. This was made in 98, this guy. This is made for the film, right when the film came out. I mean, he's big. Yeah, that's kind of the only cool thing about him is just... It's just that he's big. And I guess some would think that's cool. You know, he has this, and you can... I don't want to jack him up. These are quite collectible too. I mean, even in the used market. Because I don't think they made a ton of them. Very limited release. You know, they just stopped selling it when the movie was done or whatever. Probably not too long after that. Its legs articulate a little bit, but it's big, you know? That's kind of the thing about this one, is it's big. But I never really liked to play with things that were like this when I was a kid. That just were kind of cheap plastic and had those like these little motors in them and stuff. I just felt like they were so breakable. In fact, I remember another Godzilla toy. That was like this tall. He was a little older, but he'd like walk or something. And it was based on the original Godzilla. But yeah, I mean, that's my collection. I'm curious what you guys think about it. There's really not much to it. As mentioned, I really wouldn't mind getting another NECA figure or two. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. And more videos to come. Peace with you.